Hello everybody, peace. This is a guided tour of my Rattie cage. This is a double ferret nation. I come up on some money a couple years ago and got a double ferret nation. I used to have a single critter nation. Now the ferret nation has wider bars and different. The critter nation goes like this, the bars go like this, and they're very small. And these right here, the ferret nation, I didn't know until after I bought it that it has bars going up and down, and they're a lot wider. You can get almost a couple fingers in here. So this is for adult rats, not so much the baby rats. I have another cage that's in storage right now with smaller ones for the smaller rats, but everybody lives in this one right now. And we're going to do a treat display for them here in just a little bit. We're in the middle of cleaning everything, and I wanted to take y'all on a tour. Okay, so we have a double ferret nation. Now we have 3 water stations. We have this right here. This is supposed to be so they can't chew it. It's just a floating water bottle. It's secured from the top right here. And we have another water bottle right here. And I put cardboard right here. I put a little slice of cardboard right behind it so they can't chew through the bottle. I've only had one rat do that out of 15 rats in the last few years, but she chewed holes right in the back of the water bottle. So from then on, I just started putting a little cardboard behind it. No big deal. If they want to chew the cardboard up, we can replace that. And we got another water bottle down here. So on 3 levels, 3 out of the 4 levels, we have 3 water bottles. And there's 5 rats that go in here. So I have 2 feeding stations also. I have little porcelain feeding bowls here. We have some lava ledges. Got a couple of them put together here so they can lay across the top. They like to lay and lounge up here on these. Got one down here. I've got some wooden furniture. I think this was a spice rack or something. I've had this since I've had rats 4 or 5 years. They love it. I take it out and I pressure washed it along with all the other plastic stuff when I pull it out and clean the cage. As you can see here, I have 2 Sputniks hanging from the top, and I have a bunch of extra Sputniks also, so when I clean, I just take these down, and before they realize it, boom, I just put a clean one up, and the other ones are set aside for cleaning. I have these little hammocks that I make out of $1 hammocks, or dollar and some change at the dollar store or Wally World or wherever, and then I secure them with paper clips here. And I be sure to make sure that the little pointy parts are pointed away from the ratties and that they're secured enough and wrapped around so they don't fall. But yeah, just little cheap hammocks, and I change these out once a month. Now I clean the cage here because it has 5 rats in it. I clean this cage every 5 days. Used to be I had 2 small ratties in this one and 3 ratties in this one. I just cleaned it every week, but all 5 ratties in this cage at once. It needs to be cleaned about every 4 or 5 days. So you don't want to clean it too often, because you want them to still be able to be familiar with their smells and surroundings and stuff, but then they don't want to be confused, but you don't want them to stay too long in their own poop and stuff either. So about every 5 days for the 5 ratties in here I clean. You can see these here. I line the big plastic bins here, I line them with fleece. I actually got recommended that by a vet a long time ago after one of my ratties started getting really hard calluses and flaky stuff on the bottom of her feet, and I felt so bad, so I started lining all the plastic thing with fleece blankets. And these are pretty cheap. They used to be a couple dollars. Now they're like $3 or $4. But 1.5 of these usually does all of these pieces right here, so it's not bad. It's about $10 worth of supplies to clean this every 5 days, which is totally reasonable. And you can see I got some boxes in here that I make. I prepare them the days in advance. I glue some materials, some leftover materials to that. See here, we kind of got a little box house there. And I've got a separate video on how to clean these and appropriately find them and clean them and get them ready for your ratty cages. If you want to check that out, make them safe for your ratty cages. We got some various plastic toys. Not a fan of plastic, but you can't find everything wood and paper, unfortunately. Now here we got this level here. Got some more boxes. Got some more boxes here, and I change this out, different styles of boxes every time I clean the cage. And sometimes I have extra Sputniks that I just flip upside down. Now the ratties are all over here waiting because they're over here sitting out here. Oh, hi, sweetie, because I've been cleaning. And we got all these. We got some treats right here. We got some little toilet paper things with paper with treats inside them. I'm gonna have a separate video on how to make little things like this out of paper and wood. I have some toys here I made out of paper and wood for them. And we got a whole bunch of paper confetti that I just cut up with colored paper and other stuff we're gonna put in there. And we have some sticks and stuff for them to chew on. So we're gonna add all that to the cage, and we're just gonna watch them go crazy on that. They look forward to that. Yeah, I got some little, you know, wicker balls and stuff they like chewing on there. I also want to make a mention of the Ferret Nations and Critter Nations. These little slip covers that go on the plastic ramps. You know, sometimes the ratties chew them up and stuff, and I know it's not always to get replacement stuff. It's got a little piece of Velcro that holds it on. The other ones have been long chewed up. So I take an old sock, an old, you know, just a regular sock, and I flip it upside down. I take this off. They're held on by little Velcro things. I take the plastic ramp off, and then I cut a couple of holes in the top of the sock. I slide the sock down over like that in order to be able to wrap the Velcro around and just slide it down, and there's the bottom right there. And this is much easier for them to get up, especially as the rats get older and they start developing arthritis and other things in their joints, you know, after about a year old. Hi buddy, all these ones are about a year. It's a lot easier for them to get up and down than just the plastic ramps. And that concludes our Rattie cage tour for the day. Peace to y'all. Love your animals lots.